Hello everyone, my name is KJ and today's video is my top 10 movies for the year 2025. Now, this is just 1 through 10, 10 the lowest, and obviously number 1 is the highest. And this is just based off the movies that I have seen for this year as we're getting to the end of this year into the year 2026. I just wanted to make my top 10 movies that I liked, and I'm just ranking them from, again, 10 the lowest, 1 the highest. And I know there is so much other movies that I never got the chance to see, and this is just my opinion of what I liked and what I thought was the best for this year. And I would love to hear your guys' favorite films for this year of 2025. I would love to hear that. So, again, this is just my opinion, everybody. I know there's more out there, and I know that you may not like with this list, but this is just mine. So, before I start, if you guys could, if you haven't yet, obviously, please subscribe to my YouTube channel, Great Talk and Entertainment Official channel, and definitely hit that thumbs up button, aka the like button. That would help my YouTube channel grow. And let me know in the comments below again what movies did you like this year and what movies you didn't like. And tell me what you think about my top 10 in the comments below. So again, without further ado, I'm going to start with number 10. And I got to go with Netflix's slash Sony's K-pop Demon Hunters. I I love this film. It's a really good story, had a really good plot to it. I love the visuals, the effects, the animation to it. And obviously, it really had some really good songs that were a bop, and they really fit well with each scene and the main plot of that story. And it's really told very well. And I also just acknowledge the fact that this was a very popular movie from people through all ages. The songs were good, obviously Gold is a big song and it's been performed. Even it was performed at the Macy Day Thanksgiving parade. Like it's there. So I get it. And again, I liked it just for the cast, the singing, the main plot of this story of the film. And again, just I love the animation to it. So it was really good. Now, my number 9 is The Smashing Machine, starring Dwayne The Rock Johnson, aka the final boss, and starring Emily Blunt, who's I consider one of the greatest actors of all time. Performed it in a movie called The Smash Machines, where Dwayne The Rock Johnson plays Mark Keir's life and how his origin story of how he got into mixed martial arts, shows about what MMA used to be before UFC was a big thing. And obviously, I just feel like this is Dwayne The Rock Johnson. I'll just call him The Rock. The Rock's best performance as an actor. I like him in action packed movies. I really do. Like Jumanji to Fast and the Furious films. All really great. Really great. But he really did such a good job portraying Mark here, and I just think he did an amazing job, and I like to see The Rock do more films similar to this. So definitely good. And if you're just a hardcore fan or a diehard fan of UFC, MMA, or just combat sports fighting, you'll definitely appreciate the history of it, the timeline of it, and you just appreciate like there was a time where men and women who did MMA at this time this year, the money wasn't there like where the money's at now in UFC, where people have guaranteed contracts to make some money. That wasn't always the case about that. And it really showcased that. And again, really great casting. And obviously, The Rock did a good job. And it's definitely my number 9. Now, number 8. Number 8. would be Jurassic World Rebirth, starring Scarlett Johansson and Mahershala Ali, who where this film is really a reboot, even though they call it a rebirth. This is definitely a rebirth to the Jurassic Park franchise or Jurassic World franchise. And I really liked it. It's definitely a summer film. A lot of action, a lot of explosions, and of course, big giant dinosaurs chasing you, looking even more scarier because a lot of these dinosaurs are man made. And it gives you and I like the path that they went with that and the direction they're taking the Jurassic franchise. And really good. And I can't wait to see what's next. And of course, Mahershala Ali and Scarlett Johansson are really great actors and actresses. Just they were killing it. They carry this franchise, and of course the dinosaurs as well. So really cool, and it does have that feel where they just went back to basics in a way. Like it felt like the first Jurassic Park movie, but obviously not the first Jurassic Park movie. But it just had that same feel, that same vibe to it. So I would recommend that, and I definitely have a non-spoiler review and a spoiler review for this film, so definitely check that out on the YouTube channel. Number 8, my number 8 would be One Battle After Another. This one has Leonardo DiCaprio in there, and what a movie. He carried this movie, and this is a poetic justice film, and I tell you what, this is art imitating life. This is a film that if you watch it with your friends or your family, your side chick, your side guy, whatever, you're gonna have it's gonna spark some conversations about what's going on in today's world and stuff. And it really has that poetic justice message. And obviously, it does have a and besides that, the main plot of the movie is a spy versus spy film and really done well. And obviously, this just has so much good story. And it's like, again, military versus military, the people versus the government feel. And it does have that mother or father daughter bond story too in it and really told well, and I love everything about it. I love the action to it. I love just the way everything was being placed and everything we're going. And it's a really good film. I highly recommend to check this film out for sure. It's really good. And I didn't expect this to be on my bingo card for this year, but I loved it. I really loved this and I got nothing bad to say about it. I think I recommend you just check it out. Now, my number 6, as we get a little bit up in rank, I gotta go with Marvel Studios' The Thunderbolts slash the New Avengers. Now, and I'm saying this in a good way. I'm saying this in the most positive, good way I can say this. Is this film was definitely a good side quest story film. These are characters that you're familiar with, but also introducing new characters that are associated with the Marvel films that these characters were in. And it's kind of like they're reintroducing you the same characters from other Marvel films and Disney Plus series, but now you get to see them in a different way, in a different perspective and a different challenge in. And what I liked about this is the main fact is this felt like a side quest story, which is good for the Marvel Cinematic Universe because that adds another layer to it and expands the Marvel Cinematic Universe because these are characters, they don't necessarily have to do the big final boss battle like a Thanos or Ultron, or even for next year's Avengers Doomsday, where we'll get Victor Von Doom, that's played by Robbie Downey Jr. and stuff. They probably will be part of it in some way, but not they don't necessarily need to because they're not superhero level yet, which they are in my opinion. But this is a film to me where the audience can learn more about these characters and say, "Wow, I actually consider them one of my favorite Marvel characters or superhero," if you want to go that far. Like this film has set it up where you could feel or think that way, which you totally should, and if you want to. And besides that, again, I like the actors and actresses. They've been playing these characters for a long time, and they have doing such a phenomenal job playing that. And to see new layers, a new side of them, and see what they're dealing with since Avengers Endgame and others films, this is really nice. And again, when I mean side quests, it didn't really talk about the multiverse and didn't talk about the Infinity Stones that much, but it gives you the idea of what they were struggling with. And I really like that. And it definitely had that redemption story for a lot of those characters. So again, it's a film that you may want to watch some Disney Plus series for Marvel Studios and then rewatch some other Marvel Studio films to kind of get a deeper understanding. But if you didn't, this film's got you to play catch up with you. So definitely awesome movie. I loved it. Now, number five, Captain America Brave New World. This one I liked better than Deadpool and Wolverine. I think this film is better than that. But I'm not saying Deadpool and Wolverine is a bad movie. Not at all. No, 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 no. I'm just saying if you had to compare it, this one's a little bit better. I like the idea again because Marvel Studios and Anthony Mack, who's a great actor, are showing you and proving to the world that Sam Wilson is Captain America. And it doesn't matter if you're Steve Rogers, Sam Wilson, or whoever. Captain America is Captain America, and they are proving it. And of course, I just love seeing the Red Hulk. That was really awesome. And this film, to me, went back to basic of just telling a good comic book superhero film. And it did a really good job. And this one was a film that was setting up to the next big event, which takes place next year in the Avengers Doomsday, of course. So that really set it up. This had that main quest, like the Thunderbolts slash the new Avengers, I should say, sorry, had the side quest story. This had the main quest story. And this one was really good. I loved it. This was fun to watch, and I highly recommend watch this. So, and definitely check out my non-spoiler review and spoiler review for that film and Thunderbolts as well. It's all on the YouTube channel. Now, my number four is Superman for this year, which is played by David Cornsweet and directed by James Gunn. And this was a really good Superman film. Like, it felt like the Christopher Reeves films. I liked it for that reason. I liked it because it felt more colorful, it felt more bright, it felt more cheerful. It didn't seem Superman was gloom, but I also like they kind of gave that year one vibe where he's only been a superhero for like maybe about a year and he's still got a lot to learn and to understand his abilities. But I also like the idea in this film that Metropolis, they kind of trust Superman, but they kind of don't. But they didn't make it like dark, dark and gritty about it. They kind of just say like, "Who is this guy? Why should we trust you?" type feel. And the way they went with this film was really good. And I never thought about certain things or never thought of that perspective of the stuff that I'm so familiar with Superman. But James Gunn really took a good classic story and switch it up just a little bit to give you like, wait a second, I didn't even think about that. Yeah, that would make sense. And it just had those moments like that. And again, the best part of it, it felt like a Superman comic book story. So definitely I please everybody, please watch that Superman film. It is so good. So good. Now, my number three is The Predator Badlands. This one, to me, this film is a fresh breath of air for this franchise because it told a underdog story. It told a story of broken toys or misfits, an unusual team up that you would never expect, and they did it in a way that this franchise hasn't really told a story like that for a long time. If you just remember the older Predator movies and films, or films, I should say, but it just took a different twist to it, and to see that and show a different side of that alien species and the struggles and the hard lifestyle they live is really interesting and really fun. And to me, the most important thing this film to me did so well that it gained new fans of this current generation. Like it pleased the old fans of the older generation, but also gives a new generation of fans of people just enjoying this sci-fi type films and series and stuff. So it really did well. And as far as the CGI, the VFX effect looked really great, really stunning. And everybody did it. The whole cast did such an amazing performance to that. It's such a good movie. I highly recommend that. To definitely see that. It was really good. Now, my number two is Marvel Studios' The Fantastic Four First Step. This to me was the better Fantastic Four film compared to the last two of attempts, the first two attempts back in the days. Like this one was done right. They told the Fantastic Four origin story a better way, and I like the different direction they went with it. And it was just so cool. And of course, Pedro Pascal and Vanessa Kirby really embodied those characters, and so did everybody else in that film. It was just one of my favorite Marvel Studio films that came out this year. Like this one's my favorite one. This one just hit all the check marks that I would hope a Fantastic Four movie would be like. And they went beyond my expectations, of course, which is not really that hard. But what a way, and I love the way they're going with this, and I love the background, I love the CGI, I love everything they it was Marvel Studio magic, and it was just so cool. I love the music into this film, the background, the soundtrack music to it was so good, so good. And everybody, it was just fun to watch, and I love seeing Galactus in this film. Was really cool. He looked like what I would imagine he looked like in the comic books and the old X-Men shows, and then the new reboot of the X-Men series on Disney Plus. Like, just looks like Galactus. Like, that's what's really awesome about that, and I love it. Now, my number one film, and I had to do it because I'm an anime fan, and I had to do it for my anime fans as well. My number one film is Demon Slayer Infinity Castle, the movie. That it again, it connects to the what's been going on in the Demon Slayer series, which is on many streaming service, Crunchyroll, Netflix, Hulu, Disney Plus, etc., etc. But this continues on from what happened in that series, and seeing it where it's at now is so cool. I love the art to it. I love the animation to it. I love the visual effects, and the English dub actors and actresses nailed it. They really brought the emotion, the intense, and obviously Demon Slayer did everything I don't like about Demon Slayer, but it did everything what I love about Demon Slayer they did in this film. And to me, this was the best film for this year, in my opinion. Just my opinion, everybody, because I am an anime fan and I love it. And it was so much fun to watch. And I know the series is not going to last forever, but this is one of my top five animes is Demon Slayer. Like, I love this. I love that thing. It's such a good story. And this film was so good. So good. The ending was shocking. The plot twist was shocking. The background origin stories were awesome. The fighting was beautiful. It's everything. It was so cool, and I enjoyed it. It's one of my favorites for this year. And that's it, y'all. That is my top 10 movies that I like for this year of 2025. What I want to know your guys's in the comments below. And thank you guys so much for watching this video. Please subscribe to my YouTube channel, Great Talking Entertainment Official channel. Subscribe, hit that notification button so you can always be updated with. Thank you guys, and peace out.